Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. Fitting in stars Maddie Ziegler. Lindy learns she has an unusual condition that upends her dating life. Well, see, this might be one of the times that, like, I can understand people saying like, "Oh, this is well, yeah, you clearly are the demographic for this film." I can understand, and it's not like I had an issue with the themes that this film has, and with a young female that has this condition, and there's a lot of things going on with emotions and with a very young high schooler. Very weird way. I can understand, but also very still weird. I just like to point out. So it's not necessarily the story I have a problem with, because there's a lot of things actually I did enjoy in this film. That actually I gotta be careful with the words I actually say in this video. So you have this character named Lindy who cannot really get pregnant because she's missing some body parts, I guess, in her JJ. Can I say the word vagina on YouTube? I don't know. I just did. So through the premise, and next, but she and so with that, because she's missing certain body parts or muscle parts in there, she cannot get pregnant, and that really affects her because she really wants to have sex. That is the whole premise of this film, where high schoolers just want to have sex. I'm pretty sure high schoolers did that. Well, it's like really the constant talk throughout this film. It's like, oh, yeah, does he have a big dick or anything? Like, oh, did you do it? Like, are we gonna do it? Do you want a blowjob? I'm pretty sure high schoolers did not just think about that, and did not talk always like that. At least towards me. Again, maybe I don't fucking know. No one wanted me in high school, I guess. It seemed like it went a little bit too far. It was trying to be funny, and that's the problem with this film. It really tried to be that edgy teenager, like, ha, funny, right? Dicks, and it's like, no, you can have jokes, but not like, that over the top type of jokes, because the movie also tries to be serious with its message that it's trying to have, of like, this like young girl trying to deal with the fact that might not be able to get pregnant or ever have sex. I mean, I'm pretty sure she could still have sex. I don't know. I don't really know how that condition works, but that's not really a negative point. But so you are really dealing with that part of the film, and so that doesn't match the tone of what the movie is trying to go for with the jokes. Like, and there's a couple of jokes in there I did like, more of the subtle jokes. Like, she has a best friend in the film that's kind of like, she's funny, and I really like their dynamic. I really like their relationship. You did buy that they're friends, and I buy some of like the high school drama. Like, there's some point where she thinks like she slept with somebody but didn't really. Like, there's interesting, like, actual story bits in this film, but it tries to go too far with its jokes. It's like, okay, it's not working. Like, there's a interesting backstory with her mom. It's like there's actually interesting storytelling, but then there's some writing bits and the way that the movie wraps up and its jokes that just don't work. Like, literally, there's a joke there's a scene in the film where, after having sex with this guy who has never had sex before, she asks him, did it feel right? Like, what, like, I don't, like, did like, I don't know, like, I'm just asking you because I'm just curious, like, did your dick feel right in me? That's basically what I'm asking. Why would you even ask him that question? For one, he's a virgin. Well, was a virgin. And so how's he gonna know? Two, how would anyone know? Like, if you know what the inside of a woman feels like after having sex, maybe you have a problem. Maybe you had sex way too many times. Like, if you really know, like, the deep, like, I don't, like, what the fuck is this movie? Like, there's bits I really did like, but then there's stupid moments like that. I did like his joke. Like, I did like the joke of, like, wow, maybe my dick isn't that small. Like, I like that. That was kind of funny, because, like, I guess there's a muscle part where like I'm not gonna get into the detail. We're talking about fucking a high schooler here. This is a little bit too much, actually. So like there's problems like that in the film that really hold this film back. But then when it does focus on, it's like, you know, the actually drama, like the most like heavyweight thing that they're telling the story for in the film, I'm like, all right, cool, good. Like this scene matters. But the rest of these other scenes don't matter. There's characters in this film that you can take out and they don't matter. Take out the virgin dude, doesn't matter. Makes no fucking sense. Take out the I mean, okay, you can have him in for one scene, but he comes back later in the film. I'm like, why are you fucking here? It makes no sense for another drama bit because with this other person because she's also sort of like, well, if I can't have sex with a dude, I'll test out my other sexualities and have sex with a woman. And it's like, and it goes nowhere. Like the drama, like it's like, what was the point of that whole scene right there? Like we don't, like it doesn't mean anything. Like there's this character in the film who sort of gets a relationship with our main lead, and she is just like this character isn't in the movie at all. Like it makes no like 50% of this movie, the character is just gone. Like the character maybe had like 10 minutes of screen time throughout the whole entire film, maybe a little bit more. I'll give them like 15 minutes, but it's not very much. And it's just like it's not like it's a pointless character. Take it out. It makes no difference to the film. Like you could have done something different with her friend or something. Like all the side characters are kind of sort of pointless, and like you really need every scene in the movie to have a purpose. And there's a lot of scenes in this movie that don't make sense. There's literally a scene where and this is the thing throughout the film that she has to do. She basically takes these, I don't know, medical dildos, if you like to call it. I'm really pushing the edge of YouTube here, am I? And she does some things with herself with those dildos, or yeah, and it's literally like smash cuts of like stock footage stuff, and like, you know, drilling or hammers, and like, you know, a meteor impacting the earth. It's like, what is this? Like, what am I watching right now? Is that her picturing being pleasured? I don't like. What's the purpose here? Stuff like that could have been taken out, and this movie would have been an hour long. And that's the problem why they had to put it in, because this movie would have only been an hour long. And so, yeah, I enjoyed the idea. I enjoyed the message of the film, what they were trying to do. And so, but the execution was not well done. And so, yeah, it's like there's so many stupid moments that meant nothing, dumb dialogue. This is where the film actually fully lost me. There's a doctor in this film, and you know, and this doctor says to this young girl, is like, oh, like about, and it's like they're talking about the surgery. It's like, oh, you don't need to fix anything about yourself. You're perfect as you are. Well, I just want to say something. If she wants to get pregnant, if she wants to have a kid of her own, she's gonna have to get this surgery. So I just want you to rethink what you're saying, Mrs. Doctor. You're a fucking terrible doctor. What kind of fucking doctor says something like that? The whole message of the film is like trying to find her own self, or like, you know, inspiration, I guess. But it's like, that's the way you're gonna go about it? Is a doctor telling this young girl, don't do the surgery, basically, because she's perfect as it is? But it's not about being perfect. It's about, if she wants to actually get pregnant, she has to do it. So it has nothing to be about being perfect. It's stuff like that. That's what really bothers me. I'm gonna give Fitting In a D+. That's the best I can give it, because there is bits story bits that are actually really good. It's like the performances actually. I actually bought this. How old? I guarantee she's like 25. But I actually bought that this actor was like in high school, and she felt this drama of, like, you know, not be able to have sex or not be able to get pregnant, and she doesn't want anyone to really know about it, and she feels insecure about it. And you know, I really bought it, and I was getting behind her this story, And but then the movie is ruined with jokes or stupid lines like with the doctor, or like, you know, or asking this virgin guy who, like, that she had sex with, like, oh, so did it feel right? Like, did my vajayjay feel right with your dick? I don't like stuff like that. Stupid. And people are like, well, it's not the demographic, and you weren't the demographic. My demographic, just to point this out to people, because I'm probably going to get backlash, but I don't fucking care. My demographic is a good story. That's my demographic, and this movie did not have the story. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.